I've been playing for over 35 years. It sounds weird even when I say that, because I just turned 40. So to say that I've been playing for over 35 years, it sounds like a long time, but you know, it's just been a natural thing. I started with a blues influence. My father was from New Orleans, Nolens, and his father was. So the early blues influences are definitely one of my main sources for inspiration. I like the old guys like Mississippi Fred McDowell, who was a huge influence on me, who got me away from playing rock and roll and playing the blues. And I like guys like, of course, Muddy Waters and Robert Johnson and Tampa Red and all the guys like Blind Blake, Blind Boy Fuller, Blind Willie McTell. Those guys just had the magic back then, and to this day you can still feel that magic.
Now, your guitars, I have to ask you about your guitars. You were just telling me about this beautiful Gibson that we have here, and it is a very rare shade of Pelham green?
Yeah, Pelham blue.
Pelham blue, excuse me. Now, where does Pelham, the word Pelham, come from?
Oh, boy, that's a good question. It is just a rare color that Gibson had out in the 60s.
And how many were made?
This particular model is called a Trini Lopez. It's a Gibson built in 1968. This color is extremely rare. Less than a dozen exist in this color.
And somebody at the guitar show offered you, how much was it for it?
Well, this is a lot.
You don't want to say, okay. It was a lot, okay. And you have some other beautiful steel guitars as well. Tell us a little bit about them. How did you find them?
Well, the Nationals they're not as easy to find as they used to be. At the guitar shows, the international shows are really where you're going to have to find them nowadays. You can find them occasionally in shops, but guitars like that a lot of times will have a waiting list. If somebody owns one, there's always a few people that will
In
say,
front of you, yeah.
yeah, if you ever want to sell that, I want it. So a lot of times those guitars don't make it to the shops because there's so much interest amongst the players and for them. I went to Dallas for mine, and in 1986 I got my Tricone, which is a 1928. And it's the second year they built the steel guitar, and then they're very loud. You can't play them late at night without the neighbors say, turn that thing down. The highest price ever paid for an electric instrument was $250,000, and that was for the guitar that Jimmy played at Woodstock. And I don't know if that went to a Hard Rock Cafe or Planet Hollywood. It could have been Smithsonian for all I know.
Do you use a tuning fork?
I use a digital electronic tuner that puts me in perfect tune every night.
Oh, wow.
Yes. But Robin Trower tunes down one whole step like I do because I'm a baritone singer, and I have a hard time reaching the high notes with the regular tuning, so I tune down one whole tone, and which is D, and it makes it a lot easier for me so that I'm not straining. And if I have to sing in 440, concert pitch, by the end of the night, my voice is just shot. So that's why I do it. I tune way down and I put huge strings on the guitar. The first one here is a 13, Most guys use like a 9 or a 10.
Uh-huh.
So it's a little bit harder to bend them, but you get used to it, you know, the calluses.
Uh-huh. Oh, yeah, God. They're very calloused.
But it makes the guitar sing when you have big strings on it. It brings out the tone of the instrument. It makes it much louder, and it sends just a bigger signal to the pickups.
Yeah. Huh?
And play through strictly Fender amplifiers, of course.
Of course.